That Brother Martin gets deodorized every January. He gets sanitized and sterilized every January.
Santa Clausified.
Yeah, they Santa Clausified it, brother.
What do you mean by that?
Turn him into an old man with a smile, toys in his bag, handing out gifts. Everybody got a smile on their face, and the FBI is saying, he's the most dangerous man in America. And other black leaders are saying, when they're trying to organize poor people and critiques of Vietnam put forward with such power, he's now betraying the movement. He's un-American. He's a traitor to the country and so forth. And so what does Martin do? He says, you never knew me.
If you were in the black church or the civil rights movement, you'd heard King speak before. But if you weren't, this was his oratorical introduction to the nation. Kennedy had never heard him give a speech before, and at the end of the speech, he turns to one of his aides in the Oval Office and says, damn, he's good. And so King and his team want something that is going to be on a par with Gettysburg. Now, we know a lot of these details because the FBI were kind enough to record them for us.
The left has a full-on terrible narrative about how terrible our country is and how terrible we all have been. I am not saying we are a perfect nation. Do not say that. We are not a perfect nation. But I do believe we're the best nation. I also believe that if we constantly tear ourselves down, we'll never be able to move forward. Try it at home. Try to go home and tell your spouse how horrible they are. Does that work? No. Try to tell your child how horrible they are. You know what? They'll believe it. And it's terrible. I think we have an entire generation of people who we have told they can't be successful, and unfortunately, they have begun to believe it. And I think it's a travesty.
Nationalism is part of the mainstream of the American tradition. You get no American Revolution without nationalism. There was an American nation prior to 1776, and the essence of the revolution was to say that nation had its own rights and claims and should govern itself.
Nothing much has changed since November 9, 2016. If you woke up that morning, you found out that he won, and that you voted for him, you're still optimistic. If you didn't vote for him, your hair is still on fire, and nothing is going to extinguish it unless he's taken out of office in handcuffs.